trying to not be over salesy on social media and give good value, making sure you're top of mind, and really being the guru in your industry so that people know to call you when it is time for them to buy, sell, or need a mortgage, right? That is what Recharging with Champions, the daily jumpstart, is all about. It's about giving valuable pieces of information to stay in front of and stay top of mind with your clients, your sphere, the people that follow you, without being super salesy. Like, no, just solds all the time, right? We're going to give some actual valuable information that your sphere or somebody they know might be able to use in the future. So, here on Recharging with Champions, your daily jumpstart, I'm your host, Charlotte Harrill. And this week we are going to talk all about falling into savings, why buying and selling in the fall is such a great idea. It is Monday, and Mondays I like to give a story. So, I really encourage you take a moment and tell a story on a video all by yourself. Like, get on a reel and do it. It is an amazing way of connecting with not just your sphere, but reels go to the greater population as well. So tell a story. People like stories, and explain why buying and, say, going under contract in October and buying in November is such a great idea. So let's dive right into a story that I can tell about a lot of my clients, but we're going to specifically talk about Doug. So, Doug is a client that bought with me last year. He closed in like the second week in November, but he actually went under contract in October. So, he went under contract in October, closed in November, and this ended up being such a good situation for him. So, here's the deal: when you buy in November, in most areas around the country, the tax bills come out in October. So your closing costs end up not being estimates, but actual tax bills that are being paid, which saves you a little bit of money when it comes to your closing statements. Secondly, because we closed on that second week of November, there wasn't a first mortgage payment due until January the 1st. Now, I know you're thinking, what? Well, that's just the way mortgage payments work. If you close anytime after the first of the month, then your next payment is going to skip the next first and go to the next one. Well, this season, that's a really good time to be able to skip a mortgage payment, especially if you have a new house and you want to decorate it, put all of your trees up, and maybe spend a little money on the actual decorating or gifts or whatever you're doing for the holiday season, right? So this ended up being really, really good for him because he was able to get under contract. He was able to close in November, not have a first payment until January, and it really put him off on just a great start and a great footing into his house. It made that home feel like a home right out the gate. So this is a great story that you can tell of your own. A client that you've had that you've closed in October, just know if you're closed in November, went under contract in October. So just know that if you've had a client that closed anytime after the 1st of November, their first payment wasn't due until January. That's just the standard way that it works. And it's a really cool plus one that you can give a client when they are looking to buy in a season that often comes with a little bit more financial hardship, if you will. So I hope you will take this. Remember, if you don't make your own video, it's okay. You can, one, go steal mine. I've got a reel that I'm making that is this exact information that's just the story. You're more than welcome to share my story. Second, I do have a graphic that if you just want to do a static graphic, remember in the toolkit, so just go to the comments, go to the description here in the video or in your podcast. There is a toolkit right there. If you go in and register for the toolkit, it is completely free. And I have graphics that you can just grab. You can edit them in Canva if you want, or you can just download them and use the graphic. They're pretty simple and nondescript. So go in and post something like this for your client so that they know some of the benefits if they were thinking about buying right now. This gives some benefits that they could actually use and maybe motivate somebody to buy if they were on the fence. So good luck. We will see you tomorrow with another tip. And remember to share this with any other agents or real estate or lenders or people in this industry that might need a daily jumpstart to get their marketing going.